Colby, you know what I want to do to people who annoy me?
What's that, Barry?
I want to wine, dine, and clay mine them. Absolutely no one is going to get this movie.
There might be somebody out there.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Welcome to a new month, guys. Welcome. Hope this month is going well for you. If we release this in the springtime, hope your allergies aren't kicking your butt.
Right.
This comes out during the summer. I hope you don't have swamp ass. But Colby, before I didn't tell Colby what the theme of the month is, but Colby, can you guess?
I can probably guess.
What is it?
Because this was a TUBI original movie, I'm going to guess we're TUBI original month.
Yeah. We always talk about TUBI if you guys have been following us for a while. It's a wonderful service for streaming, like free.
Yes, it has got a lot of kind of obscure horror and sci-fi movies that you can't really find on any of the other streaming platforms.
Yeah, and just to remind you guys, we aren't sponsored by them. We just like free stuff.
Free is our friend.
Kobe, I think you mentioned before you knew who was one of the funders of this service.
I thought it was YouTube.
Oh, that would make sense. TUBI, YouTube. Oh, see.
I may be wrong, but I believe that YouTube has some kind of influence on this.
Oh yeah, and it's super cool too. Like, I'm a huge anime fan, so they have like a whole bunch of old school anime on here that I can I want to watch those.
Right,
relive the best decade.
No, but it's surprisingly how many times we look through things and find a movie and we watch a trailer and you're like, oh, that's the movie we want to do that fits this theme.
Yeah.
And then it's only on Tubi.
That's right.
Like, surprisingly large amount. Yeah.
But before we move on to the recap of this film, we got to do our Dr. Seuss first segment where I try to talk about this movie.
You wrap us a preview.
Right. It's very Zach Galifianakis-y, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Tony Todd and Billy Zane. This movie sounds like it could be insane, but they're barely in it, and that's not okay. Billy leads a cult that summons a demon midday, and Tony Todd dies midway. What a waste to what a B movie could be gold. Let's see if these unknowns can keep the mold. This is the TUBI original 2022 release, Hellblazer.
But besides them, it's also got two classic, 70s, 80s horror actresses in it.
Yeah, what's it? Meg Foster is one of them.
Yeah.
It was Meg Foster, and then Adrienne
Barbeau.
Yeah, that's French, right?
Yeah, she was in the Fog, and the other one was Evil Lynn from the live action He-Man movie.
Oh, yeah, you would remember that. I was not a He-Man kid, so I didn't watch it. I do remember seeing it on TV though, and I just I think it's because I wasn't really a big fan of the cartoon. But I was like a Thundercats fan, you know?
Oh, I like the Thundercats.
Oh, and she was also the voice of Selena Kyle from the animated Batman series from the 90s.
Okay.
Oh, see? What a lady of everything. Hey, this lady's been working. Wow. I'm looking at her IMDb right now, and she's been working since
she was in the Crate from Creepshow, that segment. She was the really bitchy wife that the guy said, I have a gift for you, it's in the crate, and then she opened the crate and the monster ate her. Sorry if that was a spoiler for anybody. That's right. She was
Escape
the
from New
wife in Swamp Thing.
Yeah, she's in Escape from New York.
Escape from New York.
Wow,
Yep.
yeah, this lady's been all over the place. You know, like when I saw her, I was like, "Oh, I know who that is. I've seen her in a lot of things."
Yep.
Weird Science, man. So yeah, so we do have a couple of classic actresses in here, but this movie is pretty much riddled with C's to D-lister stars.
It's got Bruce Dern. I always remember him from The Burbs with Tom Hanks. He's the military next door neighbor who basically plays exactly the same part as he does in this.
Hey, I'm still glad that the man is still working. Right?
Yes.
All these, like, he has so many residual checks you probably don't know. He's probably super rich as well.
Oh, he was in The Hateful Eight?
Yeah.
That was pretty recent, yeah.
That was pretty big. That's what was more important. It was a pretty big project. So yeah, I was really hoping that the Wikipedia would be available for this movie. For me to talk about it. This movie, if you guys don't know, it is a very tight 82 minutes. It's living by the full moon runtime standard.
Yeah. I looked also. I couldn't find a budget for it anywhere, anything like that.
The budget. It was everybody getting out of their contract. For some reason, they owed Justin Lee some money and Tubi. I don't know.
Everybody had like one film left on their contract, and they're like, "Just come on down. We'll film this over a weekend, and we can everybody can be released."
Oh my god! This is okay. So let's just. I feel like if I talk about this movie, I'm going to be done in 10 minutes. Because this movie, it literally looks like the tour that you take on Universal Studios. You know when they take you through sets? It looks like it was filmed on one of those sets for a day.
Right.
Because
a week.
Because we really don't get. The only explanation we get is like we know it's happening because it happens in the first 5 minutes. We see Billy, who is the grumpy old neighbor,
and he's got long curly hair.
Did he not have long curly hair?
He's almost always bald. Oh no, the
wheelchair guy.
I was thinking Billy Zane.
Oh no,
because he was watching Billy Zane, who had long curly hair, and he's usually bald.
He's ever since the Phantom.
Yes, yeah.
I feel like that's besides Titanic. I don't count Titanic because he's like the antagonist. He's not like the main character.
He had a small part in Zoolander.
Yeah, also, but like I'm talking about like the height of his like his stardom.
Yeah,
is the Phantom, and if you guys don't know what that is, watch it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious now.
He's a superhero. Yes, early pre-Marvel superhero.
Oh man, but yeah, so at the beginning of this movie, it's midday, and Billy Zane is with a bunch of cult people, and they are summoning a demon.
Yes.
His name, the person that lives around that property, he sees it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He's grumbling, old man grumbling stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's in a wheelchair. I don't know how confined to the wheelchair he is, but definitely
he
like
gets around.
Yeah. Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
Just grumpy at the world, hates everything.
He's just old.
Just yeah.
His wife probably had already passed away. And he's, I'm away from my turn.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Because that's when he sees her because he's going out to visit her grave.
Yeah. And we get introduced to all of the characters rather quickly. We do have an awkward, a very misplaced runtime padding musical dance number by the waitress. I was like, what's
a little montage, cleaning montage? Yeah, it was very 80s.
But there's like absolutely no lead up to it. She just like when I think about 80s songs, wait, was Footloose in the 80s or was that late 70s?
No, that's 80s.
Okay. It's always that or Take on Me. And the Dutch Balloon song. On and on. Dutch Balloons.
99 red balloons?
Yeah,
it's German balloons, not Dutch.
Well, no, I think I was speak of the Deutsch. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Germans call it. It's like Deutsch.
Yeah, yes.
Right?
Deutschland.
Deutschland. But yeah, it's really weird. But we also get introduced to one of the, I guess he is like one of the main characters, but he kind of disappears in a good chunk of the movie. But the sheriff, who is tired of the stresses of the big city.
Right, he came from New York and he just doesn't want to deal with them.
All the pimps.
Yeah.
The murders, I feel like a lot of people, they go from big city to small city because they kind of just want to retire in peace.
Yeah.
Because, look at Commissioner Gordon from Batman. He's like one more case away from having a heart attack.
Right. If Batman would just stop crime, then he could retire and then he could be like the sheriff for...
Like if Batman could just
suburbs
start murdering. It's funny. Like I always like when I think about that, it's always like the same situation that Daredevil has to go through, and like the converse. Like I think one of the best like super like comic book hero type of conversations is the one between him and John Bernthal as Punisher.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, "Come on, Red."
Yep.
You knock them down, they get back up. I knock them down, they stay down.
So true.
Right. And if only Batman, so many things cannot keep happening because of Batman's moral code. It's rough. It's rough.
Right. And the very, very lenient system they have of releasing people from an insane asylum.
But yeah, and so this is, I think his name is Joe. In this movie,
yes, yeah,
he, it's really main on him, but we also get introduced to Liz, who is another deputy, and Teddy, who he is the deputy. Liz is like one of just like the officers there, and so they're like, what's it called? Billy comes and he's like, "Hey man, there's some strange people on my property. They was doing some hippy dippy stuff.
They had these like." The robes, they look like they look like they were graduating from Purdue. And then it goes on this like whole like little tirade of like they don't ever make it to the finals, but when they do make it to finals, they put on that color that's kind of like a yellowy kind of color, that Purdue color. Yeah, this is the color that these people were wearing.
You know how much I hate Purdue because they never, every time they make it to the finals, they never pull through. It's like he has like the best like dialogue in this entire movie, just because it's exactly what you think a cranky old man would go on about.
Yeah,
and nobody in the diner is taking him serious because they're like, oh, Billy's just being all grumpy,
right? And they're like, oh, he drinks a lot, yeah, and he's come in here and reported aliens and stuff like that. So
I know so they're just like, all right, we'll go check it out. Teddy gets sidetracked by having to find a dog for one of the townspeople,
right?
And so
which has most likely been eaten by the demon that got summoned.
And so you can tell that the problems of this small town is very minuscule.
Right. Yeah, the highlight of the weekend was there was a rabid raccoon that they had to put down.
Yeah. A little trash panda.
Yeah.
But so they're like, Joe being still having a little bit of his New York detectiveness in him. He's like, all right, let's go check out the property so we can put his mind at ease, and so he can stop grumbling all over town, talking about people from Purdue coming here to summon a demon.
Right. Yep.
Meanwhile, Teddy goes to look for the dog, but both situations are happening simultaneously. Joe and Liz go out, and they're like, "What the hell is going?" Oh no! Before that, Bill is in his backyard.
Yep.
And he's killing cult members left and right. And Bill was right.
And that is another like just classic string of like fun dialogue. Just it was like, oh, I see you over there with your Purdue robe on. Oh, Look, I guess there's two of you now. You brought a friend. You couldn't do it by yourself because you're a pussy. Just an old man in a wheelchair. Oh, yeah, now there's three of you.
See, you get away with so much colorful language when you're older. And it sort of sets the tone that there's like a strange amount of self-sacrificing in this movie. But he kills like two of them, but when one of them gets really close and he's like, ha, and he has like a claymore, on his chest, and he blows both of them up. And so that's why Joe has to go to the property, because then he heard like there's explosions, or one of the neighbors is saying something.
Right.
They go over there, and Joe's like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Meanwhile, probably the best practical effects in the whole movie, the demon sneaks behind Liz and starts to crush her head like a melon.
Yes.
And I thought, I was like, this is probably the best part of the movie as far as like special effects wise.
Right.
Meanwhile, Teddy's on the other side of town, and he sees the bike of the child that he saw throughout the town. He's like, hey, go home, stop, causing, I guess, a public disturbance or whatever.
Right.
It looks like he was just delivering papers, though.
Yeah, but he's like, it seems like he's throwing the papers like a crazy person.
He has a what's it called, stops per minute,
Yeah.
He's trying to optimize his time, but now that's gone. And then all of a sudden in the fields he sees the people from Purdue,
right, just standing there staring. He gets a little weirded out.
One of the keywords for this podcast episode is going to be Purdue. And watch, there's like a spike of people from Purdue listening to this.
Right.
Why are they shitting on Purdue?
Hey, that's a college I wouldn't mind if it listened to our podcast.
Oh, man. But like all of a sudden, like it kind of made me question, because he like looks around, and then when he looks back, the people, the cult members are gone. I'm like, are they magical? Like, or did they just like lay down?
Yeah, because I was never quite sure all the way through this on that either, because they are all part of this, like, this summoning of this demon, but because they're helping the demon, does the demon giving them like special powers, or like, I don't know.
Well, I wish if he was giving them powers, he should have given them like a force field for bullets. Because a lot of these cult members are eating bullets left and right.
That is true, yeah.
And so what's called, Teddy goes back into town, and he's like freaking out. He's like, there's these people that keep popping up everywhere, and now they started popping around the town.
Right. Oh, and when
that,
and when the girl deputy gets killed, there's like the demon kind of attacks, and then they cut away, so you have like that, I don't know if the sheriff's alive or dead kind of thing.
But if we're going by horror movie rules, if it's off screen, they're probably not dead.
Yeah, if you didn't see them die, they didn't really die.
Right. So Teddy, he kind of organizes everybody into the diner after an attack by two people to the waitress.
Yeah.
And then, well, I guess when they go into the diner, Tony Todd comes and he gets murdered.
Right. He crushes one with a sledgehammer, and then gets a whole bunch of stabbing to the gut region.
You know how mad I was when that happened? I was like, can't do that to the Candyman. I was so, because Tony Todd is on the cover of this movie.
Right, yeah.
I got debated.
One of the movie posters is only Tony Todd. Holding a sledgehammer with like a pentagram behind him, and you're like, yeah, he's like the star.
Yeah. I was so mad. I got bait and switched.
He has like 5 lines.
I know. It's like they used them like Steven Seagal in this movie. Steven Seagal nowadays, he's like in the movie for 5 minutes. It is just like,
yeah. At
this point, Steven Seagal, thankfully, is something. It's something that Nicolas Cage could have really turned out to be. But Nicolas Cage is just better, that much better.
Well, Steven Seagal's busy now because he's a police officer.
Oh my god!
And he's got a televised show where the cameras follow him around as a police officer.
I think that's done.
It may be done, but I remember seeing that a few years ago.
Is it if Steven Seagal was trying to arrest me? I'm pretty sure I could outrun Steven Seagal. Hey, we're gonna stop. I'm gonna use my Aikido on you.
Yeah, maybe hand to hand he could still beat me, but I could definitely outrun him, even with my bad hip.
All right, wait. Sorry, a really weird tangent. But Steven Seagal had gone on record talking about how he could fold Michael Jai White, Spawn. Michael Jai White is still yoked.
Yeah.
And that dude actually spars with legit MMA fighters. So Steven Seagal is on something that I'm glad Nicolas Cage is in. Nicolas Cage is a Renaissance man. He is the Michelangelo of movies.
Right.
But yeah, getting back to the movie. I'm just really upset Tony Todd died so fast. I mean... and so now everybody is in town. They're all stuck in this diner. We have what's called the radio girl and her son that are stuck in the diner. We have the waitress, and we have Teddy, I believe. Not too many people in this, but what's it called, as they try to plan to leave town. Oh, and the mechanic, who's also in there.
Yes.
They try to leave town. They go outside. Everyone goes to their cars, and they find out that all their batteries are missing.
Right. And all the phone lines are down.
Yeah, pretty well organized cult. To maybe they're trying to kill all the people in the small town to summon an even bigger demon.
Yeah. So,
right?
And there's also at some point where you see the demon feasting on the somebody's dead body, and it evolves and grows horns. Another kind of cool practical.
All you guys need to do is call Gorman. Come on. Yep. The anti-hero. But no, and so they're trying to figure something out, but the mechanic goes back to his garage, and all these cult members try to kill him.
Yep.
He's able to stop a couple of them, and then he almost gets outnumbered. There's two people. I feel like he could have taken both of them on. One with I think maybe he had one more bullet, and then he had a wrench in his hand.
Yeah.
The classic 1-2 combo for the mechanics. But no, all of a sudden he blows the tanks in his garage and somehow survives.
Right, because he blew into the garage instead of outside, so it was safe.
But as he was trying to make to the diner, he gets for some reason, never look in dark garages, people. Because he gets palmed in the face by the demon and eaten.
Yep. Yeah.
And so everyone's freaking back out, and they're trying to wonder what they can do. Teddy gets kind of jumped by a couple. Oh no, this is before.
Right. After. Oh right, because that's the first time they actually see the people that are kind of locked in the diner see the demon. Because at that point they were just this is weird cult members just trying to take over this town. And now they're they're all working for the devil.
Well, yeah, because the waitress from the diner sees the mechanic get palmed in the face.
Yeah.
But they're like, what do we do? And Teddy's like, well, I can go back to the sheriff's, to the office, to the station.
Right.
Grab me some guns.
And not even some guns. I know that there's another revolver, and there might be a shotgun unless it's in the sheriff's car.
He's like, damn. Might be in Joe's car.
So it's a small town. They have one extra gun.
I feel like in a small town, everybody's pretty strapped.
I was kind of thinking that too. It was it seemed like a hunting town. Everybody's got a rifle in the
so it's kind of
rifle rack in their truck.
Yeah, I'm surprised the diner didn't have a gun.
Well, she did say that. Tony Todd he's against guns. All we have is this bat.
That's true. And I guess a mallet or a
sledgehammer. Yeah.
That's dead with Tony Todd, right? And so he plans to go to the office, but he gets accosted by a couple of cult members until Sheriff comes,
Yep.
shoots one in the shoulder.
Yeah.
They go into the office, and the sheriff is just covered in blood.
Right.
Don't know how. Whose blood is it? I guess it's the cult members. Or maybe it's Liz. Who knows? But now he's pretty frantic.
Right.
Like he's like, and then him and Teddy are talking. And he's like, you saw it, didn't you? He's like, and now he's like pretty manic. He's like, I've seen things that you've never seen before. It's like, dude, it's only been a couple hours. Relax. You saw one Cenobite. Chill out. But as he's like trying to rummage through the whole thing,
I feel like just seeing one Cenobite is enough. That would be enough to freak me out.
I feel like I have a greater chance against this demon than a Cenobite.
Oh, it's true. Right? Yeah.
But no, he finds out that one of the old sheriff has a grenade launcher
that he took from
Billy
because Billy was trying to use the grenade launcher to get rid of his mole problem.
Talk about overkill, right? That's like,
and it's to basically just to kind of make fun of the small town. The sheriff makes a few references throughout the movie to movies,
yeah,
and nobody in this town has seen them. Because he's like, I'm going to go take the demon, and then you go and see if you can get rid of as many of these Michael Myers motherfuckers as you can. And he's like, yeah, but who's Michael Myers?
I think it was like Justin Lee is the director / writer, and it was like, yeah, those hicks don't know Michael Myers. Yes, they haven't seen a movie that's been out for 40 years.
Exactly, yep.
I don't know what it was like. It's just funny because like it's supposed to be a joke, but it's just a joke that doesn't land. Because it's like, you're assuming there's no TV out here.
Right. And he makes a joke about Cujo when they were talking about the rabid raccoon. Yeah. He's like, Cujo, yeah, we're like the dog, and the people get locked in the car, and the dog's rabid, and they're like, I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
That
is
movie,
like the two most famous movies.
That movie, it really painted Rottweilers in the worst light too.
Yeah,
because after that movie, like Rottweiler sales were going down. It was really a shame because Rottweilers are pretty sweet big dogs.
Definitely, yep. Not like wiener dogs. They're mean.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's so funny. Every time I see a wiener dog, I'm like, or just like those tiny dogs, I'm like, you shouldn't be alive right now. Natural selection would have taken care of you.
I have been attacked by dogs twice in my life, both times wiener dogs.
I will punt a dog.
I am extremely leery. Like, I can get close to a growling German shepherd and be like, hey, puppy, it's okay. I got a treat. But, like, you get a wiener dog that just snarls a little, and I'm like, I'm going to be in the car.
Yeah. No, another little side tangent, right? In my neighborhood, one of my neighbor's dogs got loose. Right, and it's I hate small dogs. I don't, they have the most attitude, right? But I was like,
absolutely.
I'm like, oh, why isn't your dog on a leash? Because it was coming straight at me, and I was like, if this dog gets, by the way, I want to say I do love dogs, but I was like, if this dog comes next to me, I will punt it like I'm going for a 60-yard field goal. Because, some dog owners are just really irresponsible. Like, just...
Right.
And then, like, I know that if you report a dog bite...
Yeah, if it breaks the skin, then that dog technically should be put down.
Right? Another side tangent. I used to be an Amazon delivery driver, like the actual with the truck and everything. And I was delivering a package. Someone's dog got loose, bit me on the thigh. Ow. Broke skin.
Right.
I was bleeding. But it was close to Christmas and I didn't want to be that guy. So I was like, hey, like, do you just have some first aid stuff? Can I just take care of this? Even though I know, I was like, I could sue right now.
Right. Can you verify that your dog does not have rabies so that I don't have to get a shot in my belly?
No, it was a Chihuahua. That's why.
Oh.
Small dogs. And it's, you know, I used to do the Rover app, and like big dogs, sweetest dogs. I had like 2 Great Danes I had to come check up on, and they were just like the sweetest things. Small dogs are assholes.
Yep.
But yeah, let's get back to the movie. So Joe, he gets the grenade launcher, and he's taking out these cult members left and right with the bat and like stuff like that. Teddy, he tries to make it back to the diner, but he does get messed up. He gets like 2 hammer hits in the face.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should be dead right now.
He's not very smart. So he's like, cult members come in, my revolver holds 6 shots. Let me shoot him 6 times. Now I'm out of bullets. Here comes 3 more cult members.
The radio DJ's son, he gets stabbed through the door.
Yeah.
Teddy makes it in, but like they're kind of just waiting for their sheriff to kind of take care of everything else, and he pretty much Rambos the rest of them. And then we get into a fight in a Christmas tree lot.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like Christmas.
So it's desert.
Yeah.
So, but they do mention that the week prior, somebody had stolen somebody's Frosty off of their porch. So it kind of gives you the idea that it is Christmas time, but I guess Christmas time in a small town in a desert where like it just still looks like summer.
Yeah. But I feel like small towns celebrate holidays so much harder than any other towns. Like, you know, like when you see like the other movies where like the recent Marlon Wayans movie where they went to like, it was like a Halloween film.
Right.
And, you know, that town was like celebrating Halloween pretty big. I feel like that's like sort of the cool parts of like living in those smaller towns, because everyone gets so festive. There's like, you know, there's like town like festivals going on all the time, like harvest festivals. I think those are cool.
Right. No,
you know?
I could see that.
But
it seems like this town is like a town of like
50.
Yeah.
Like you have to get satellite internet. Ugh. We already know how
right.
bad.
Yeah. And the you said the radio girl. Yeah. 'Cause she's on the CB. She's like the CB lady.
Ham radio.
Yep.
But no. And so, yeah, we have Joe fighting in this lot, this tree lot for far too long. And we don't really get a great fight.
With a chainsaw.
Yeah, but we don't really get a great fight with it. He's like just chainsawing like trees, and then all of a sudden the demon's like crawling.
So I think that he
got him.
So like, yeah. So I feel like it's supposed to be that when he like sticking the chainsaw into the trees, that's when the demon's like sneaking up, and he keeps seeing, and so he keeps like nicking the demon.
Yeah, but we get like Jason Bourne action cuts during these scenes.
Yeah.
So we never really get. I mean, what Colby is saying is probably like it's very probable, but like all of a sudden he's just crawling, and then he gets the grenade launcher, and this is probably one of the only times, or like maybe like what second or third time we get a full clear shot of the demon.
Right.
And he blows it up.
Yeah.
After that, he goes to the diner, and there's like only like 4 people left alive.
Right. And
they're just like, he says something. He says like a movie reference, but I forgot what it was.
Right.
And then they walk away. It cuts to black. Now this is where I usually miss this, and Colby catches it. But we have an after credits scene for this movie. We are in the town next over,
right? In
the diner, because that's where you hang out in a small town, in the diner, and that's where someone calls you honey or sugar. Yep. Hey, sugar, do you want more coffee? I'm like, oh, you know me, Beth. I'm not trying to get home to my wife. She's just gonna nag me. Well, then maybe I'll give you a slice of pie with it too. Beth, you know, fresh. Rosemary will be mad at you if you sneak me some pie, but if you don't tell, I won't. This is how I feel like life is in small towns. But then we see a gentleman reading the newspaper, and she's like, "Oh, honey, can I get you anything else?" And he's like, pulls it down. It's Billy Zane with hair.
Yep, and he's like, "Why don't you tell me about your tiny little town here?"
And then it cuts to music. Oh, this movie's.
And then the credits roll.
Is there more?
And then there is a post-credit scene.
Oh no, I failed.
And it's the waitress from the first restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's like really grainy, and it's like super serious, and you can like hear like a police officer like
on the radio,
kind of like behind her, or like kind of like off, like the camera's on her, and it's like super grainy, and he's like, "Why don't you go ahead and give me the story again?" And she's like, "I've already told you the story. Like you're not gonna believe the truth. This is one of those things." He's like, we've been through the city, or like your town, and we've seen all the dead bodies. We need an explanation. And she's like, "I can't give you an explanation that you're gonna understand."
No, I cannot believe that there was a post credit scene. Oh no. This movie was really trying to set up for a sequel.
It was, like I said, like it's grainy, and it's like super serious, and it's like dark, and it's like most of this is kind of like a comedy horror movie. Like it's
very loose on the comedy.
Well, it's like yeah.
She was gonna be the waitress from that first movie. In the second movie, was gonna be like Jada Pinkett Smith in the Tales from the Crypt movie. The first one, not Bordello Blood. I like Bordello Blood because you see boobies in that one. You can't have a vampire movie, a brothel vampire movie without boobies.
Right.
And I think the girl in there had the triple, the Total Recall boobies. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know if I have enough penises for this. Oh, so is that all that happens in the last scene?
Yeah. So, okay. But like it's kind of setting it up for like a sequel.
All right, let's get to our next section: high star, low star.
So we got a 9 out of 10, fun movie from the start. Great cast, a little bit from this movie, another bit from that one, and on and on. I found it entertaining and fun. Not the movie for someone who's looking for a masterpiece. I couldn't believe someone's dumb review that was what no sense of humor. I started laughing from the very beginning. Sure beats those horror movies that are just a copy of a few hundred before. I wrote the name down so I could watch it again. Billy Zane, Tony Todd, Bruce Dem's explanation of what he saw. LOL.
Yeah, Bruce, that was the guy who did the Purdue thing, right?
Yeah.
Best piece of dialogue in this movie.
Yeah.
And then because I couldn't find a 10 out of 10 because there just wasn't any. But there was a whole lot of 1 out of 10s. I'll never get that hour and a half back. Don't let that happen to you. This is basically The Void meets Feast, and it's horrible. Long and boring, short on scares, and blood. This shouldn't be in the horror genre. Simply put, this is the worst. This is worse than any Sci-Fi Channel garbage I've ever seen. Your time is more valuable than this movie. Hey, listen, man. Sci-fi original movies, they at least try harder.
This movie tried. I thought this was fun. Like, I was entertained all the way through.
Yeah.
I watched it twice. Like the second time wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta watch this again so I can remember it. It was like, no, I was like watching, enjoying.
It's sad, right? Because like I watched this yesterday before filming, but right after that I had watched The Last of Us episode 3. And I know I shouldn't be comparing stuff, but that 52 minutes of The Last of Us episode 3 compared to this movie is a masterpiece.
Right.
Actually, have you been watching The Last of Us?
I have not. I gotta let a few episodes kind of build up.
Oh, yeah, but 3, like I think it was like trending on Twitter too. It was really probably one of the best. Probably one of the best episodes of a show I've seen for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people are going to complain. It's like, oh, well, that wasn't in the game, but the director's like, this is probably the farthest we're going to strife off of the source material. So, really great if you guys like that.
So it's kind of interesting. We joked at the beginning. I don't know when exactly we're releasing this, but Avatar has just made the 4th largest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah,
I have heard so much more hype around Last of Us than Avatar. Like it's a weird disconnect. Like I was like, how is that the 4th biggest grossing? Like nobody talks about it. Like it seems just like I can't even believe it's still in theaters. But like then like this movie or like the show is like it's like bigger than Stranger Things.
Right. I think it's because there's already a fandom for it, and it is staying pretty true to the source material. I don't mind when things go off source material, just as long as you're still trying to capture the essence of what you're coming off of.
Yeah,
right?
Sometimes it's difficult to translate a game into a movie or into a show.
It's hard to do like from one medium to another.
Yeah.
It is very good. All right, let's talk about this movie. So, as I was trying to come up for this month's theme, and I was like, oh, we always talk about TUBI, and I've been seeing on my like TikTok For You page, people talking about TUBI originals, how it's kind of like schlock. It's almost like college level height, like film movies. And I'm kind of down to watch that. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, Tony Todd, Hellblazer. Maybe it's like a Hellraiser knockoff where Tony Todd has to like slay all these Cenobites with the sledgehammer. So that's one of the things I love about like sort of like low budget like films and especially horror films, is because to make up for the bigger production that they couldn't get, they add a whole bunch of practical effect gore. Yes. And so in my mind, I'm like, Candyman swinging a sledgehammer, crushing demon skulls in a small town. So for me, the way I thought about it after reading the description, I was like, this is going to be like that rock movie Walking Tall mixed in with a little bit of Ash versus Evil Dead.
Right.
So I think my expectations were a little bit higher than they should have been, especially with the name like Hellblazer. You're coming off of a lot of familiar topics. You're like, oh, it's like Hellraiser, or it's like John Constantine's Hellblazer comic, and it's gonna be a mixture of these things. And then you have 2 very prolific B movie stars with Tony Todd and Billy Zane. I feel bad to put Billy Zane in that category, but his career has really gone to the B movies.
And I feel like Tony Todd was a much bigger actor
in the 90s.
Yeah, and now he's kind of fallen into that B role.
Yeah, which hey man, like if that's your pocket, rest in it, Make sure you still get a check.
Right, like he literally did 2 days of work on this movie, maybe 1, and got a paycheck out of it. So good for him.
And I wish we could really get a look into the production of this movie, because I'd be really surprised if like this movie took a month to shoot. I'm like, no, it didn't. There's movies like 28 Days Later that took like 21 days. You can't. Like it would be very realistic to me if this movie was shot within like a weekend.
Yeah, there's no CG, CG. There's some decent explosions that are real.
Yeah,
you don't get
and then there's some explosions that are CG.
No, aren't they?
Like when he shot the thing. That definitely looked like a sci-fi original explosion.
When they're in the gas station, maybe.
The one with Billy in the field, I was like, all right, those kind of look pretty clean.
Right.
Because it's funny, when they cut away as the explosion's going to happen, there's like nothing in the chair. Like, you have to freeze frame it for that very second, but there's nothing in that chair. Or maybe the one in the garage. That might have been pretty practical. Because it looked like it was just like there wasn't like any real fire to it. It was just gray.
Right.
So, yeah, but like, all right, like I never asked this of Colby, but like when you saw the cast, when you saw the title, when you saw the poster, what were your expectations of this film?
I just like you, like, but when like I didn't watch a preview or anything, I just kind of went into it blind. But yes, definitely, and I didn't read a synopsis, anything. But definitely having that movie poster with Tony Todd carrying a sledgehammer as one of the movie posters is only him. Like it's only him with like a pentagram behind him, and so you definitely expect him to be, badass,
right?
And to be, and like from that I was like, I don't even know if he's the good guy or the bad guy. He could be like the guy who's possessed.
Right. That would have been really cool if they used them to like Candyman it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the horns
right.
pop
And
out
of course,
because
I know him from Candyman, so half expect him to always be the bad guy. And then I saw Billy Zane was in it, and I was like, oh yeah, he's he pulls his weight.
Yeah. But he's also in this movie for like 4 minutes.
Right.
Tops.
Yep. He summons the demon kind of humorously at the beginning, and then they have him in the post-credit scene. That's pretty much the amount of
such a waste
Zane you get.
Yeah, it's just such a waste of two very good B movies. Because I like them too. I like those two because they really ham it up in their roles.
Right.
Like Tony Todd in the Final Destination series. He's like, it's almost like you want to think he's Death. But he's always just like spouting off a whole bunch of like very cryptic messages.
Right, yep.
You don't want to fuck with Death. And like Tony Todd, and then freaking Billy Zane, of course, from his little cameo in Zoolander and him being the antagonist in Titanic.
Right, yeah.
When he had hair. That's probably the worst part of this movie. They put hair on Billy Zane, and it looked like what's that Three Stooges dude with the bald up top but hair on the
Mo.
Yeah, is that him? But like he had like the really stringy hair.
Oh, Curly.
Yes, he looked like Curly with the hair, and I was like, that's a really bad way. And it's funny. I had to watch this twice because the first time I watched it, I had just came home from eating Korean barbecue.
Oh, and you were like food coma?
Yeah, I was really trying to watch this movie. I was like, man, how much of this movie I got left? And then I watched it again, like later that night after like I got done hanging out with a friend. We watched The Last of Us, and I was like, all right, I remember where I left off. Like, and I was like, oh, I guess I didn't really miss that much. Because this movie's a tight 82, right? That's the full moon standard.
Yeah,
I forgot you said there was a reason why full moon movies were 82 minutes. Was it?
I know we've talked about it, and so like I look up things and I remember for like a week, and then
was it because like what's it called? Like TV was like, hey, you gotta pad the time a little bit more. Or something like that. Right.
And it was like that way you have enough breaks to put commercials in.
Oh, yeah.
To fill a 2-hour spot. But you weren't, but you had to be in the theater, you had to be at least 80 minutes or something like that to be a full length feature.
Oh, yeah. See, and back in the day, there used to be like those dollar movie theaters that showed full moon type of movies.
Yep.
And Dr. Monroe's Monster Island. Or what was that? Was that what it was called?
Dr.
Is it Monroe or no? Yeah, Island of Freaks or whatever.
Right. I know.
It's one of those movies I never watched, but I always saw at the VHS store.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to rent that one day. And it just never happened. Oh, yeah. I like watch the movie if you're a big fan of Tony Todd and all that stuff. I just want to warn people first because
It's a
letdown.
It's a fun, like, easy to watch movie. It's a good background movie. If you're bored and you got just looking on Tubi for something, to me, I feel like it's worth a watch, but don't be like, hey, I'm looking for like
Tony Todd to be a badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he was a badass for the 5 minutes because he sacrificed himself. Again.
Right.
All right, guys, we're coming up close to our hour. I want to thank you guys for showing up. Make sure to check out the rest of our months. We have holiday theme months for Halloween and Christmas.
We got a Nicolas Cage month.
Oh, classic. We could also just have another month of that. It's always great.
Right. Yeah, whenever it's possible, we always try to stick a Nicolas Cage movie into one of our categories.
Yeah, we try to have these enigmatic actors like Nicolas Cage and Danny Trejo.
Oh, yeah. Machete.
Make sure to check that out. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, a Blu-ray It, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at today?
I liked this movie, but I don't know if I need to own it. And I feel like Tubi's a good streaming system, and since this is their original, it'll always be on there.
Yeah,
it'll always be findable.
Yeah,
it won't be one of those things that disappears, and you'll be like, "Oh, remember when that one movie with Tony Todd and Billy Zane? And what was the name of it? I can't remember. I wish I would have bought it. This may not even be purchasable."
This is history right now. This is probably one of the first times Colby has said, "I'm just going to stream that movie."
and really, like, I in no way hated it. Like, I thought it was entertaining all the way through.
Yeah. But
and if this came as the extra movie, like I was buying a box set and I would not be disappointed that this was like the extra movie in a box set.
But yeah, I'm probably going to say stream it as well. It's just I blame myself because I expected this like gore schlock Tony Todd kill fest and all that stuff. How crazy I would love a Billy Zane Tony Todd buddy cop movie.
Oh, right.
Where they're just like killing demons or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like R.I.P.D. with Tony Todd and Billy Zane. Oh man, that would be sublime. All right, guys. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out our Amazon affiliate links where one day me and Kobe will be able to go to Roadhouse in our Canadian tuxes.
And right?
And
it's going to look, we'll look hot.
And I'm still trying, don't worry guys, I'm still trying to get Kobe to get a mullet for this.
Maybe I'll buy a mullet wig. And that way I look like I'm playing the part. I'll look like 1990 Andre Agassi.
I feel like I should get one too. I just wonder if anyone at the Roadhouse is gonna get it. You got to, right?
Somebody's got to get it.
Right? There has to be someone our age that's like working there. It's like, oh my God, Roadhouse. Oh, yeah.
And certainly we got our social medias, our Instagram and our Facebook and our Twitter. And we would love for you to follow us. And that way you could easily share us with all your friends. And you can make suggestions, give us a like and a share and a Yahoo.
Yeah, diddy do, diddy da. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watched This. If you guys want to check out who does the theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's on her album Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.